Hello and welcome back to the channel. So, I'm going to be talking about a subject matter today. You all are familiar with the people on the screen. We have Dwayne Wade and his son, Zion, who has now become his daughter, Zaya. Their mother is the one with the hoop earrings. I'm sorry, her mother, Zion's mother, his mother, her mother. See how confusing things get? But anyway, that's the mother right there with the hoop earrings. And then you have his stepmother, Dwayne Wade, and, the child there in the top right corner. Okay, so there's a whole lot going on here, right? I just wanted to talk about them first to let you know who's there on the screen. Now, I'm going to talk about a subject matter. Now, there's a reason why I'm going to break away from them now. I just wanted to share their images with you. Okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing their images with you so that you all can be familiar with them. Now, I'm breaking away from them and I am talking about a subject matter. Now, some of you all understand what's going on here, okay? So anyway, let me get into this subject matter. Okay, now, the Bible talks about the head being sick, right? Bible talks about that. The Bible talks about who the head is. So I'm going to ask y'all a question right here. Who's the head, the woman or the man? If you answered man, then you are correct. The man is the head of woman. And Hamashiach is the head of man, right? Okay, so we're going to be talking about that today. When the head is sick and the voice of reason is silenced. So there are situations where the head makes a choice and the woman who is supposed to follow the lead of the head is silenced, can't say anything, right? That happens a lot. There is no one size fit all with every marriage because, and what I'm referring to when I say, okay, every dynamic is not the same. Every wife is not the same. Every husband is not the same. All children are not the same. And that simply means that you can't apply one rule or one scenario and say that it fits all across the board. Because there are situations to where the head is out of order and the voice of reason is silenced. Okay? If you remember the story of Abigail, Abigail was a woman who said, you know what? Look, I am not going to support this man of Belial who I call my husband. Now, Abigail's husband was a wicked man. And that's what she knew it. And she called him out on it. She says, I'm not going to go along with this wicked man. Now, some women would be too cowardice to step aside from someone because they call him husband. But that righteous woman, Abigail, she pleased the Most High when she stepped aside from her wicked husband and did not go along with what he wanted. She was blessed because of it, and he was silenced. Now, in today's time, we see a lot going on to where the voice of reason gets silent sometime. But you have a lot of brothers who want to pretend like the woman is the evil one in every marriage. As if the man is some innocent victim of circumstance in every marriage that falls apart. Every family that's broken. Every situation that is dysfunctional. You have those who will try to pretend like it's the woman. So in some cases, what do you do if the head is saying, look, I am going to go along with something that I know clearly is against nature? And the voice of reason is silent. The voice of reason has no voice because the voice of reason isn't the head. What do you do in those cases? Do y'all know where I'm going with this? What happens if the voice of reason is silenced because they don't have the clout that the head has? They don't have the support that the head has. As a matter of fact, in a lot of cases, I'm going to say in a lot of cases, right? Especially where you have someone who is the head and they are the money maker. You will see people all up and down these internet streets pointing at the woman when a relationship falls apart. They don't even care to know what happened to rip things apart. What caused this rift in the relationship? And they'll say things like, well, she needs to just move on because he this and he that. I've seen it so many times. So many times. To where no one cares about the facts. They are going to sit in support of the head because they are the ones with deep pockets. In many cases, some will trample over the woman because she married the head who have the deep pockets. Are y'all reading between the lines of what I'm saying? But then when other details come out where the head has shipwrecked, then all of a sudden folk are kind of distance themselves from the head, but they don't want to go back and repair the breach that they created with their tongue speaking out against something that they didn't know anything about. Again, sometimes folk don't know why these situations dissolve. There was recently a situation where a lot of people had a lot to say about a celebrity couple that split. They hadn't got married yet, but they were headed in that direction, or so people thought. But she decided, no, this isn't what I want for me. Now, recently some details came out where this young woman said, I'm not going to compromise my relationship with the Most High, and other things were said as well, to be with no man. But all up and down these internet streets, people were speculating and ripping her to pieces as if she is the one who made mistakes as to why the relationship had to be severed. So again, a lot of times folk will side with the head because it is the head and they don't know the details. But what happens when the head is sick and the voice of reason is silenced? See, the problem is, as a whole, the so-called black community has shipwrecked. It's very dysfunctional. It is out of order. And you have too many who are supposed to have headship in our homes and in our communities who refuse to accept any type of blame or accountability for the condition of our communities, of our families. They refuse. Even though the Bible assigned headship to the men, you have men taking a back seat and blaming all of the dysfunction on the woman. All of the tatters and the tears and the rips in the black community are being blamed on the woman regardless. This is why the judgment of the Most High continues to stand sure and strong in our communities. Because you got folk who are supposed to be the head, who are sitting back waiting on the women to get themselves together, laying all the charges on the women, placing all the burden on them to get the community together, while at the same time tiptoeing in the dark, wallowing in their sins. This is why if the head is sick, the whole body is sick. This is why our men, women, and children are out of order, because the head is sick and the head will not repair the breach between his relationship with his head, the Most High. Until that relationship is fixed, there is going to continue to be a downward spiral into oblivion, and only a remnant shall be saved. I'm done with this, y'all. Chop it up in the comment section. As always, keep it tight and keep it right. But until next time, I'm out.